Okay, so I'm going to talk about passive voice in present perfect tense from Unit 3, the world of science. We know passive voice is often used to emphasize the action and the object of a sentence rather than the subject. And sometimes we use passive voice when we don't know or we don't want to say who or what did the action, right? So that's passive voice. Okay. Present perfect tense, it is often used to talk about experiences or activities that started in the past and still continue to the present. Sometimes we often use present perfect tense to express a past event that has present consequence. So passive voice in present perfect tense, it is used to emphasize passive experiences or activities that started in the past and still continue to the present. And sometimes it can be also used in adverbial clauses. Okay, first let's look at its affirmative form. That's have or has plus been plus verb 3. Verb 3 has mean past participle. Let's look at the example. Mom has baked a special cake for us. Has baked, we know it's present perfect tense, right? So if we want to emphasize a special cake and we use it as the subject, we can say a special cake for us has been baked by mom. Here has plus been plus baked. Has plus been plus baked. It is a passive voice in present perfect tense. Okay, so that's the affirmative form of passive voice in present perfect tense. Okay, so let's look at its negative form. Let's have has plus not plus been plus verb 3. And let's look at example. The room has been decorated for the party. Has been decorated. We know it's the passive voice in present perfect tense, right? So we can put not after has to change the sentence into its negative form. So we can say the room has not been decorated for the party. So has not been decorated. Has not been decorated is the negative form of passive voice in present perfect tense. Okay, that's a negative form of passive voice in present perfect tense. So let's look at its general question form. Let's have or has plus subject plus been plus verb. Let's look at example. The man has been caught by the police. The man has been caught by the police. We know has been caught. That's a passive voice in present perfect tense, right? So if we want to change it into a general question form, we can put has. We can put has in front of the man. We can put has in the front of the subject to change the sentence into a general question form, right? So we can say, has the man been caught by the police? Has the man been caught by the police? That's a general question form. Okay. So let's look at its special question form, right? So that's special question word plus have or has plus subject plus been plus verb. We can say have or has plus subject plus been plus verb 3. It's the general question form. So the special question form is just to put some special question word in front of the general question form, right? So we can say, has the man been caught by the police? We know it's the general question form, right? So we can put some special question word in front of it. So we can say, well, has the man been caught by the police? When has the man been caught by the police? Or why? Or how, and so on. So that's the special question form. So it's so easy, right? Okay, let's look at an example from the test. We can say here has just been published is the passive voice in present perfect tense, right? So here it is used to emphasize the new book has been published. So that's the passive voice in present perfect tense.